Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by our friends at El Chico. Looking to shake things up at lunch? You can do so at El Chico while saving yourself money in the process. Try their Mucho Lunch Monday through Saturday, just $7.99. I mean, that's all kinds of menu choices, including fresh steak, fresh chicken fajitas. $7.99, that's a pretty good lunch. Spice yours up, go to El Chico, right there off the Merchants Drive exit in Knoxville at 116 Cedar Lane. For those of you plugging it into your GPS, El Chico. Time for our final word.
90 minutes has led to this. It's time for the final word.
I am going to be allowed to fulfill my destiny.
Only on the Sports Source.
All right, welcome back into our final segment here, the final word. We got a few minutes. I will start with one thing and one thing, make it easy. You know, I talk about this every year. It's all football boils down to. Jeremy Pruitt, we put up a stat like this a few weeks ago and showed it. Jeremy Pruitt said this past week, well, what's been the turnaround? Well, we stopped giving the ball away. Let me show you a real simple key to Tennessee making bowl eligibility. Under Pruitt versus FBS foes, so take out Chattanooga and ETSU, the Vols are 1-9 when losing the turnover margin. They have lost 9 straight games when they've lost the turnover margin. They are now 5-2 when winning the turnover margin. They have won 5 straight when winning the turnover margin. Gentlemen, all together, what is the key to Tennessee making a bowl? Take care of the football. It's turnover margin. I mean, if you want to watch the most vital stat out there, to me, that is it. It's all about the turnovers for Tennessee. When you lose 9 straight giving it away and you've won 5 straight getting it, we can talk about all the weather and open dates and their offensive line. Take care of the football and force them into turnovers, you win games. Am I oversimplifying that?
No, you're not. I mean, that's
For all the stuff we talk about, that's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, it is. Quarterback play is about getting it to your guys and not their guys. It's all about that. The game is about taking the ball away, and whoever does that the best, you got a great chance to win.
Yeah, you need to do big things if you lose the turnover battle. You don't have to do a whole lot if you win it, and that's basically where Tennessee doesn't have a lot of game changers and doesn't have the ability to do that. But when they don't need to do anything extraordinary, they seem to be able to take care of business.
Yeah, especially when your offense is struggling as it has. I mean, it's still got question marks there. You need the field position, and it'd be great to get some special teams turnovers, but you need the field position. I mean, like you say, you had 2 drives yesterday for combined -4 yards that inked 6 points.
6 free points, yeah.
So if the turnover margin is the number 1 stat or turnovers, could number 2 be points off turnovers? I mean, that really is the double whammy, isn't it? Yeah. And that the classic example is the Alabama game.
Yeah, and I think, especially where Tennessee is. I mean, Alabama can turn the ball over and still win 9 out of 10 games. Tennessee's just not there. Yeah. They just don't have the bodies and the talent at this point to be able to overcome stupid mistakes, which is probably why you see Jeremy Pruitt lose his ever-loving mind over there on the sideline after every interception.
Yeah, if they hadn't had it against Auburn last year, you have back-to-back 4-8 seasons at Tennessee. So sometimes when we talk about all the details and all that, coaches will just offer up some pretty simple keys, and that's at the top of the list almost every time for a reason.
I know the answer because we asked it when they were 0-2. How impressive is it, though, that they're already 4-5? There were a lot of people, some on the set, who thought 4 wins is probably your target at this point. So the fact that you're already at 4 wins, you got to give them credit. The players for not quitting, the coaches for getting the players to buy in.
They bought in. They got better throughout this year. That's been the surprising thing because when you looked at them against Georgia State, you saw a team deficient of talent to the point of I don't know if they could play against any SEC team and have a chance at winning. So the steps that they've taken, especially over the last couple of weeks, has been significant.
Yeah,
the investments there, and I think too, they look like they're having fun. Maybe the winning's part of that, but they haven't seen they had a lot of fun over the last couple of years. It seems like they're having fun.
It'll be interesting to see if this team does go bowling. Let's say this team wins 7 games. Let's say they win out.
Hey, you like that?
Is this team remembered? And we'll discuss this later. Is this team remembered for the incredible streak at the end, or do people look at it and say, well, you should have won 9 because of those first 2? It'll be interesting to see how the glass half full people will look at it one way and the glass half empty the other way.
What about the bottom?
Good English Mountain Spring Water. See you next Sunday right back here on the Sports Source. Thank you.